Hello, welcome to the offices of Lotus Orbital. What can I help you with?
Senior Detective Ove Jepson, Detective Bianca Buchanan, OSPD. We're here to talk to Dr. Jacob Yarmosh.
Yarmosh. I don't believe we have anyone here by that name, but let me go check the logs. One moment, please.
She's lying.
How do you know?
Did you see the way her back straightened when you said his name? She's heard it before, and probably been given instructions to redirect anyone who comes in asking for him.
Okay. That means we're on the right track.
Our facility database doesn't have anyone by that name on record. Perhaps they're over at one of our neighboring stations?
I know you're lying. Tell me where he is now, and I won't have you arrested for impeding officers of the law.
I'm sorry, I don't know who you're talking about.
Ove!
No! Please, don't hurt me!
What's going on? What are you doing?
Someone call security!
OSPD, this is police business. Please move along.
Freaking cops. Someday you'll reap what you sow.
Ow.
Jacob Yarmosh. Now.
He left right before your shuttle landed. I don't know where he went.
When will he be back?
I don't know if he's coming back. He was loading up all this morning. Look, he just paid me a little extra to ward off people looking for him. I just thought he liked his privacy. I didn't know it was wrong. Please, don't hurt me.
He must have caught wind we were coming.
Ow.
Where's his office?
That way. Door D19.
Were there people that you were told to allow through?
Only a few. He gave me a small list. I can get it for you if you let me go.
Please.
One moment. Here. And here's a master key to get in.
If you so much as try to tip him off about us.
I won't. I don't even have a way to contact him.
Well, I hope for your sake you're telling the truth this time. Come on, Bianca.
Did you really have to be so hard on her?
Bianca, in this job, you've got to learn to put on faces and be a little devious. That's how you get what you want. Here it is. D19.
So, what's the plan?
Well, I think it's clear that Dr. Yarmosh has flown the coop. A lot of his stuff is still here, though, so there could still be some clues. But it might take a day or two to go through it all. Good thing we're both skinny enough that we can share the couch if we have to. Bianca?
Yeah?
Something the matter?
No, I'm just looking through these names.
Let me see. You recognize any?
No.
We can't be sure they're real names anyway. I don't see how this lead helps us very much.
Yeah, you're probably right. Sorry.
It's okay. You're special, Bianca. You have the makings of a great detective. I'm just trying to help guide you towards that potential.
I know. And thanks.
It's my pleasure. Now, let's get a little dirty and see if we can find anything useful that might have been left behind.
Hold on. 1 second. Oh, Cole, come in.
Were you busy?
No. Mr. Moon suggested practicing meditation. I figured I'd give it a try.
And?
And it didn't go so well.
Are you sure he didn't actually say medication? I found that works a lot better.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, well, speaking of not going so well, I checked around on that hard drive. Alfred was right. There was some code on it. I wonder how he knew.
Educated guess, maybe? If we are dealing with espionage of some sort, it makes sense that code might be involved. Add to that the camera distortions and the issues with the trash compactor, and that would be a logical hunch.
A logical hunch. You coming to Alfred's defense? Remember, we said the robots might be compromised as well.
I'm not defending him, just considering all the angles in light of the evidence. It's not unreasonable that he would put those pieces together. Do you know what the code is for?
Nah, I'm no programmer. I tried running it, but it didn't seem to do anything, and I wouldn't know where to look for any subtle changes it might have made. I thought maybe we could send it to your hacker friend to look through and see if he could decipher anything.
Yeah, I'll send it to him. And was there anything else on the drive that might be helpful?
Nothing of note. Everything else seemed clean.
Okay, so what's our next move?
You mean yours? I'm going to try and get some sleep before the thermostat tries to cook me.
Fair. Then I might go see if I can get Omar and Amani for a little sit-down.
Together? You don't want to interview them separately to see if you can catch them lying?
No, there's already some bad blood between us, and keeping them together is both my olive branch and their pressure point. Plus, if I can see how they react to each other, it might tell me more than just if one of them is lying.
You can be really devious. You know that?
Yeah, well, I learned from the best. Hope you sleep well. Waiting outside the door of a newlywed's honeymoon suite definitely wasn't in the running for smartest idea of all time. But you know what they say about desperate times. These two seemed to be avoiding me whenever they could, and if they were still brooding over past grievances, then they had probably planned out how they wanted any foreseen encounters to go. If that was the case, then showing up in an unexpected place might be the only time I could catch them off guard, and maybe get them to crack. Made sense. Logical conclusions. But, yeah, definitely not the smartest idea. At last, I saw a room service robot bringing a platter of food in our direction.
Room service.
Thank you.
Please enjoy.
Excuse me, do you have a minute?
Oh, what are you doing here?
Hoping to talk to you. May I come in? Thank you.
Who is it, Amani? Oh, what are you doing here?
Your wife let me in.
Get out!
Please, I only want to ask you a few questions.
Do you think we're stupid? We know who you are, Detective Buchanan. You're responsible for the fire in Lotus Station. My father built that station, you know. You cost him so much money. And if it had been the property of anyone other than a Muslim, you'd be in jail right now. But you police have always had it out for my people. Now here you are again. No doubt to bring a fresh calamity upon us.
Are you finished?
I'm only just getting started.
Okay, well, whenever you are finished, I have some questions I'd like to ask.
So you're not even going to deny it?
Would you believe me if I did? Then why would I waste all our time by trying? Now, I've heard you're here on your honeymoon, is that correct?
Yes.
Well, congratulations on your marriage. I wish you two the best.
Thank you.
Keep your congratulations and your well wishes. We don't want them. And we're not going to answer your questions without Mr. Walrath and Mr. Mathena.
You're certainly free to bring them in. I'm a private detective now, and so I have no real legal authority to detain or charge you. You'd be safe for now. That said, I still have connections in the OSPD, and I'll tell them that my investigation has revealed that you both are guilty of 2 counts of murder, corporate espionage, and sabotage.
What? They wouldn't believe you. You don't have any evidence.
I'd fabricate it. I'm a crooked cop, remember? I'd pin it all on you. It may not stick, but they'll split you up and interrogate each of you individually to try and find what they're looking for. And I'm betting if they do that, they're going to find some dirt that you don't want them to find. So, if you are the murderers, then by all means run to your lawyers and refuse to speak. But you'll have a very unpleasant experience waiting for you on your return. Or, if you want to avoid all of that, we can talk. Just the 3 of us, no cops, no arrests, no charges, and you can help me understand what I need to know. Like I said, I'm a private detective, and I'm being paid to investigate these 2 deaths. Nothing else.
We're calling our lawyers.
Omar, please. Let us just talk to her.
Dear, you don't have history with them like my family does.
I don't care. I don't want any more of our time spent dealing with this.
There was a long silence as they looked at each other, and their eyes illuminated their thoughts like the billboards along the Trans-American Highway. I almost had to take notes. An older married couple could have pulled it off with more tact, but these 2 were still getting to know each other, and it showed. They weren't lying about their marriage, that much was for sure.
Fine. You know our families have interstellar ambitions. One of my father's early ideas was a moon hotel, like this one, only better. He was planning on constructing it with the revenue streams generated from Lotus Station. But instead, while he was busy trying to recover his losses, Harrington swooped in and beat us to it. As a wedding present for us, my father gave us tickets to the grand opening of this hotel for our honeymoon. He asked us only one thing in return. Regardless of how our stay here was, we would publicly state what a bad experience we had. They hoped that our initial negative reviews would affect the ratio and mar the hotel's reputation from the beginning.
It was my idea to take it a step further and try and nudge the others to reach the same conclusion.
And how did you plan to do that?
Dear, you don't have to.
It's all right, Omar. My sisters and I were all trained in advanced engineering, mathematics, and computer programming. I know my way around electronics.
She unwrapped her hijab and turned so I could see the circuits and ports of a neural network interface elegantly decorating the right side of her head, like cybernetic henna. Then she quickly redid her covering. That's a nice job you got. I never even noticed.
It needed to be discreet. Anyway, I accessed the hotel's mainframe and altered some of the auxiliary systems. Nothing major. And we made certain that no one would be hurt, just inconvenienced. We wanted to avoid an investigation like this. And dead guests don't leave bad reviews.
Auxiliary systems? So, like the random power outages and security cameras?
The loss of power, yes. The cameras, no. We also adjusted the thermostats and triggered some of the lights to flash on and off during the night.
Ah, so you're the ones I have to thank for the lack of sleep.
Just as you're the one we have to thank for having this conversation in a hotel that isn't our own. Besides, I would hope that the deaths of those on Lotus Station would bother you a little more than just a few warm nights. Are we done here?
What about any of the robots? Did you alter their behavior at all?
No, and I'm not sure I could have if I wanted to. The hotel was easy. Its systems are all hosted in one place. But the robots, they are all self-contained units. And you would have to plug in directly to make any changes. Plus, like I said, we were looking for quick and non-essential elements.
Interesting. I appreciate your honesty, and while that does still fit the bill for corporate espionage, and my partner was almost killed by your power outage glitch...
What? But how did that happen?
We were looking for evidence. He's okay, and Mr. Harrington didn't pay me to figure out who was tampering with his systems, so I'm going to overlook it. If you promise to stop the sabotage from here on out. I think reviews will already be solidly mixed, and I don't want to deal with any more deaths, accidental or otherwise.
Of course, Detective. Thank you.
Don't mention it. And before you stop messing with the systems, if you make sure the temperature in the Phoebe and Diapetes rooms doesn't exceed 70 degrees for the rest of the stay, I'd really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoy the performance.
Yes, I quite hope I do as well.
Ah, Detective Buchanan, you made it just in time. The doors are about to close.
Can I have a seat near the back corner?
Why would you desire that location? Are you aware that those seats hold the lowest visual integrity due to the viewing angle and possible obstruction of the performer?
Yes, I am, and that's why I want it.
Well, if that is your wish, please follow me.
Wait, Alfred? Actually, I changed my...
Here you are.
Thanks.
Well, hello there, Detective.
Oh, yes. Good evening.
Now, please excuse me. I must attend to other matters. The show must go on.
I wasn't aware these seats would be in such high demand.
Sorry. I was raised Baptist. Back corners have always been prime real estate.
Please, don't let Mr. Medina and I stop you, though. By all means.
Thanks.
So, how progresses the case?
I really don't see how that's any of your business.
Because we have a vested interest in our clients and their well-being.
And we hope that you've maintained professionalism in your approach and continue to respect the rights and wishes of those clients, as well as the other guests here.
Oh, I'm sure you'd know it if I hadn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attendance tonight at this historic event. On behalf of Matthias Harrington and all of the Heavensgate staff, we are grateful for you. And now it is my honor to present to you the beautiful and enchanting Cyprus.
Hi there, thank you, and thank you for coming to the first ever lunar concert. We're making history right now, each one of us. Before we begin, however, I wanted to take a moment of silence for those who were taken from us before they could celebrate this monumental achievement. Lydia Swalwell and Damien Detweiler. They hold a more tragic achievement, but in no way do they deserve to be forgotten. Thank you, and good luck, detectives. My trust and hopes reside with you. Now, if everyone could do me a favor and move in a little closer. Don't be shy, we should all know each other at this point, so let's make this a little more intimate.
I think I'm fine right here.
Likewise, Mr. Medina.
Well, I might move up. Good talking to you.
There we go. Now, that's better. You all good? Great. Okay. I wanted you all to know how much I've enjoyed being in this place with you. And taking in the awe and wonder of the heavens has been truly inspiring. But what amazes me the most is that even in the midst of such vast and untamed beauty, what I found the most inspiration from are the people I've met here. I'd like to start by playing a new song. I actually wrote it while I was here on the moon, and I thought it would be only fitting to begin the first ever lunar concert with the first ever original lunar composition. I hope you enjoy.
Please excuse me. Sorry. Conversations are a lot like music. And like jazz, it's oftentimes more about the notes you choose not to play than the ones that you do. If I can see you dancing around a particular subject, I'll dance with you. But I'm keeping track of the subject and parameters of the space you're avoiding, as well as its connection to the other places and conversations you're leading me to instead. And while you may not know it, you've told me almost as much as if we just slow danced all over your secrets. Cole, what are you doing here?
Drinking. Yeah, drinking.
Oh, right. I forgot that jazz wasn't your thing.
As if I could avoid it here. Champagne, however, is my thing. It makes the noise tolerable.
What would you like?
I'll have whatever he's having.
Just bring the bottle.
As you wish.
Here, let me. Amazing. You almost get used to it, being on the moon. But then you do something as simple as pour a drink, and your mind is blown all over again.
Uh-huh. And how many drinks have you poured in order to appreciate the physics?
Not nearly enough. You know, I was wrong about you.
How so?
I read your file. Saw where you got tossed from the force for insubordination. I was expecting you to be a horrible detective or partner, and if it wasn't for the amount of money I was being offered for this job, I might have backed out. But you're actually one of the best I've worked with. And that leads me to wonder, how did someone as bright and motivated as you get themselves blacklisted and start tracking down stolen watches and missing cats?
It's a long story.
Hey, I got the rest of the year free.
How charitable. You know what they say about the brightest stars burning out the fastest? Well, it doesn't help matters much when that star is also stuck orbiting a black hole.
I hear black holes aren't good for matter of any kind.
Wow, okay, I can see this isn't going to be productive.
Wait. Don't go. Bad joke. I'm sorry. So, what was your black hole?
It wasn't a what, it was a who. His name was... well, isn't important. He was a detective from out of Denmark, and when I first joined the OSPD, he took me under his wing. At the time, I didn't realize how much of a cage that would end up being.
Trust me, I get cages. Well, here's to you, finding your own wings and flying back to the stars. Happy New Year, Bianca. Wow, that's an annoying sound.
I think it's an alarm.
So, not a part of the New Year's celebration?
No, I don't think so. Alfred, what is that? What's going on?
There's been an unauthorized departure of Lunar Rover 1.
What? By who?
I am unsure at present. I am on my way to check the status.
Wait. Alfred, when does the space train reach the moon again?
In 1 hour and 53 minutes.
Oh no, they're trying to get away.
We've got to go after them. Is there another rover?
The hotel does possess an additional rover.
Okay, then let's go.
No, you are in no condition to do anything. Stay here.
But...
No buts. You gotta sit this one out. Alfred, come with me. We're going after them.
Of course. Please follow me.
Bianca, wait.
5,
4,
3,
2,
1!
Happy New Century!
Happy New Century! Who's that?
Incoming message from Bianca Buchanan.
Oh, really? She would be the first person to message me, wouldn't she? Oh, man. Play it.
Hey, Ronan, me again.
Mm-hmm.
That info you gave us was solid.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking the time.
Uh-huh.
I got one more favor to ask.
Of course you do, Bianca.
We have a laptop with some files of code, but neither me or my partner are programmers. Think you could look through it for us? I've attached them to this message.
Code, huh? Okay, well, let's see what we can find. Download attached files and scan them.
Scan complete. No malware detected.
Quarantine it anyway.
Done.
Okay, now let's open it up.
Reading file. Analyzing code.
What? Huh?
Auto-run sequence
Auto-run?
initiated.
No, don't auto-run it.
Warning.
Security protocols disabled. System override in progress.
Override? I don't think so. Abort procedure.
Administrator abort sequence initiated. Abort failure. Not enough processing power to complete.
Error. System
Bring up
failure.
diagnostics.
Registry conflicts detected.
Let me see here. What on earth?
Thank you for choosing to spend your time with us at Heavensgate Resort and Hotel. We are truly honored by your presence and hope you've enjoyed your visit thus far. This experience was envisioned by Richard C. Mills and Jordan H. Mills and was brought to life by the vocal talents of Marta da Silva, Lofty Fulton, David Ault, Yoon, Joanna Tope, Antonio King, Sasha Masakowski, Ethan Carlson, Andy Harvey, Daniel Cross, Hesham Elshazly, and Alexandra Grace Willoughby, with additional performances by Joseph Narducci, Nato Jacobson, Laura Richcreek, Georgia Mckenzie, Shaun Conde, Hannah Glavin, J.K. Robbins, Randy Streu, Vinay Nariani, Bjorn Munson, Chaz Alberti, and Nathaniel Battaglia. Casting assistance provided by Yoon and Jasmine Sabri, and recording assistance by Tom Service and Rami Hussein. Editing by Christian Carlson and Richard C. Mills, with sound design and engineering by Richard C. Mills and Dane Leonardson. Musical score created and produced by the IB Oral team, with original compositions by Alexi Gala, sound design, mix and master by Edgar Ibarra, and music management by Juan Jimenez, with Lunar concert music written and performed by Sasha Masakowski. Artwork and graphic design by Jordan H. Mills. And of course, none of this would be possible without the generous support of our patrons, including Rich and Jeanette Mills, William and Sharon Heath, Eric Carlson, Chaz Alberti, and Nathaniel Battaglia. If you've enjoyed your time here, we'd like to encourage you to rate and review your stay. And on behalf of all the creators and staff, we want to thank you for choosing Heavensgate Resort and Hotel. We hope you'll visit again soon.